Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Tennessee's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy...
Oh, he's got some space. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So Missouri's offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him, and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is it.
And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a...
It's a running room. They finally been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Volunteers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Grab behind the line, it's Smith. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's got it on the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about...
Touchdown, Volunteer! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
And he takes this from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Moving away from pressure. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Terry. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Back to the ground game on the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this run.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle, it's Terry. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Neyland on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the three. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Finds his man. It's Brown. At the 45 on his way. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown ball! Fitted in the window for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Madison. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Throws to the back. Makes the catch. It's Roberts. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Roberts.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Volunteer. The defense putting points on the board.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
He'll try to pop the draw. He's got enough for a Missouri first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapted. Turning it on. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
And they can't make the connection.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now... And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So now on fourth down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. The Vols will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner is stopped. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Bernard.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
He's got him. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. They'll go with a direct snap. Got room to work. Turning on the Jets. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. From the gun, looking for a man. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second. Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. On the run, still looking. The throw. That's caught. It's Smith.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Finds his man. It's Staley. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Gives it on the option. Jukes his way for more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Unleashes one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. There he goes. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Missouri! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here is the Tennessee offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bennett. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense.
Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. The give on the option. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Tag them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you try to sneak this in here, right? 3rd down, kind of manageable situation, not too far, not too short, where maybe I can throw the football, but I sneak that draw, and their defense said, no, sir, I'm ready for that. Stuffs him on the 3rd down.
Oh, they're after him. Got a man. It's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Smith takes the handoff. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Volunteers are rolling down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You gonna leave that open? Okay, I'm gonna take it right now.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good.
Touchdown ball! And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. Precision blocking up. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Madison. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I should have ran a better route.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The Vols want to move quickly. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Tennessee, 51, Missouri, 20.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Madison. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to get it himself. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So As soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. He might want another play. Here's the pressure. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day. So
gonna let it fly. He makes it grab. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, and they no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he tacks on the extra point. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.